Oh, this is a good hat too.
Like that.
You know, people are asking where you get your hats from. People want to buy them.
So Melanie on I follow her on my Instagram. So if people go to my followers and they type in Melanie, I want to say it's like let me actually see what her name is so people
But bro,
can go there.
listen, guys, for the audience to know, I've been asking Boston to make a Eurofic hat for so long. He refuses. He has no interest. I also don't want money from it, but I want to have the hat genuinely. So
Yeah. If people search for Melanie in my friends, her hashtag or her Instagram name is little_monster with they'll see it. But yeah, Melanie, she sells the hats.
So have you ever watched this podcast called The Fighter and the Kid?
No.
I was just watching it, just waiting for you, and they said something really funny. I'm wondering if this ever happened to you before. Do you notice that women like to tell stories about their dreams? Does that happen to you?
Ariella, every day she tells me about her dream.
Me too. Look, sometimes Lucie will be telling me a story, and I hear it, and I'm like, this is a dream? Why are you telling me about your dream? I also hate it in movies. You know, in movies, sometimes they'll show a scene, and then you're like, oh, this is crazy. Then they go back, and he's sleeping. You're like, what the? That was such a cheap trick. Anyway, so
yeah, she tells me her dreams all the time. In the middle of the night, she's like, "I woke up with a dream." She'll tell me.
Okay, so
I'm gonna pull up the MPC News Online website.
Yeah, wait. Let's discuss this. So today, Boston and I are doing a special episode to review the USA's. Boston is so there are two major amateur events that give pro cards in the US: the USA's and the North Americas. Is the North Americas in California?
No, so you got the USA's and the Nationals.
And the Nationals. What's the North Americans?
And the North Americans too, but North Americans anyone could enter. It's an international show.
Okay, so the Nationals is more West Coast?
No, Nationals is East Coast, is Miami.
Oh, so Phil was actually in the more West Coast kind of competition.
It was in Arizona.
Oh, okay. But usually, like most people on the West Coast will compete there?
They compete all over. Everyone travels. It's everywhere. I mean, everyone travels.
So let's review. So what I did was, let me share my screen with you. What I did was I tried to get pictures from each class. So would you like to start with like one class specifically? I have the top three.
Let's stick with the heavyweight, the super heavyweights, the heavyweights, the light heavyweights, and we could probably do the middleweights. But other than that, it's pointless.
Okay, you want to start with the supers?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So do you want to, let's do the comparisons first. Maybe we can look at individuals after. So the comparisons on MPC News, they're not very detailed. The pictures are worse, but the individuals are better. So I'm just going to show these quickly so people can get an idea of what's going on. By the way, do you know who these guys are?
Yes, I do. I know them from Instagram. I don't know them real personally.
So that's the lineup at the super heavyweights. Now, I'll go to individual ones here. So the guy who won was called Ben Polak.
Correct. He's comes from a powerlifting background.
Wow.
He's like a really strong powerlifter.
Looks like it.
But Leo, I had him in second. I had the black guy beating him just because this guy's structure is so bad. His
waist being a little bit wider.
Yeah, I mean, look at the front shot. I mean, he's real blocky.
He is blocky, but it looks dense, huh? So
yeah, a lot of dense muscle on him.
So Jeremy Fontaine.
So this was my pick for the win. Don't get me wrong. I could see why they gave it to him, but for me, because he's just as this guy's shredded. This guy's just as in shape, and in the comparisons, he's just more pleasing to look at. Like if you look at these individual shots, you'd be like, "Oh, Pollock," but you don't realize that hey, that guy's way taller. So you can't look at pictures. You got to show the comparison. So hey, Leo, this was my favorite to win the whole show.
Who?
This kid right here.
Him?
So yeah, but he has a shitty coach. He needs to get rid of his coach. So this guy, I used to talk with him back in the day before he even, was this elite of a bodybuilder. Two things were wrong with him. He needs a darker tan. His tan sucked. He needs a new coach, and he's flattened out, man, and he needs bigger arms. He needs to get on my synthol. Do you see his arms are shallow?
Yeah, quite a bit. Let me look at the comparison now that we saw the top guys. I just want to see. So he got second. He got third. No, yeah, he got third. Where's the powerlifter?
Pollock is right there.
Oh, this is Pollock, right?
Yep.
Oh, you see the wider waist.
You see what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I see what you mean now. I would have assumed this guy would win. I can see the
so, yeah, and they had the black guy right in the middle, so I don't know why they changed that. I mean, look at him. He's right in the middle. So that usually is an indication that he's taking the show. So I don't know why they gave it to the other guy.
We don't know the scores yet, do we?
They might be posted. I'm not sure.
Interesting. Okay, so that's the supers. By the way, can I ask you something? In general, is the supers usually less conditioned?
Yes, in general, yes, it is. Yep. Hey, only 7 supers, Leo. The weakest super heavyweight class ever. There's usually at least 15 guys.
And is super over 220?
225.
225. So this is the number.
This guy won the whole show, Leo.
Oh, did he? Okay. So this
is Chris Tuttle's client. Conditioning is great, man, but I'll tell you what, this is the weakest. And he deservingly won the show because he was the best guy up there. But this is by far the weakest USA overall champion I have ever seen, by far. I mean, look at him, Leo. He has like 16-inch arms. He needs some fucking. His coach is very good. His coach is Chris Tuttle. I actually messaged Chris. I was like, dude, I said your guy needs to hit me up for some synthol. He started laughing.
But he's in great condition, huh? I wonder,
he's in great condition.
Is this a hernia or a fat bubble? You know,
I don't know. I don't know.
You know those fat? I don't know what they call it. I forgot what they call them. But he's an amazing. His back double bicep is. I don't know what I'm talking about, but that looks crazy to me.
He's very conditioned, but he needs more upper body mass. You know.
Let's just see.
Like for instance, go to his side chest real quick, Leo.
Yeah, well, 1 second. Sorry. Let's check that out.
You see how he's just front, right? If you take out his legs, his upper body's flat, like his chest, his arms. There's nothing really going on.
I thought his chest looked a bit full.
Really? I think it's really flat in that angle. There's no striations or anything.
Well, that's true. Here you can see really the arms. But, you know, I feel like a lot of people, we can't, like, I could never get over 18-inch arms. I mean, I never tried, you know, injecting
it. Dude, my arms wouldn't grow at all until I used synthol, literally.
Crazy. Okay, let's just check out these other guys just real quick.
So this guy is trained by Andrew Vu. This guy shouldn't even have been second. He should have been fourth. I don't know why they favor this kid so much, Leo. Because they like his look, because maybe he's a good-looking guy. But look, his glutes aren't even peeled. His back is great. You know, he's very detailed, but
lower back. I mean,
this guy, everyone that I've talked to has this guy in like 4th place. I don't know how he did North Americans like last year, or 2 years ago and got second. I don't know how he does so well. I really don't.
Hey, that feathering in his lower back, you think that's like a genetic trait?
Yeah, he has that's his best attribute. It's his lower back right there. That's his best pose.
I never seen that when the glutes are not striated, you know?
Yeah, his glutes look like shit.
Interesting. Okay, and then that's Eric Wood. There's Walter Debs.
This guy is impressive. He's big, but he needs to just come in a little bit tighter. He's big as hell, though.
Is he tall?
Yeah, if you look at him in the comparisons, he stands out because he's big.
Yeah, he wow. He's dense muscle, huh? I always feel like when they have this long hair, actually his is not so doesn't really get in the way of it. But you know that guy in the classic physique that has that like Lord what's his name?
Brian Jones, Lord, yeah.
But that thing is distracting a little bit because it's so big.
It is. I can see that for sure.
And then Kai has like a horse's tail attached to his head. And I always told Lucie,
is that real hair or is that fake?
I think his might be real, but Kai's is totally. Kai took it from a horse, I think.
No, that's what I'm saying. Kai's is fake, right?
Dude, bro, listen, you can't have this. Like, he only has this much hair growing out of the back of his head, but it's this thick. It just doesn't make sense. If you check out a chick, she grows out all her hair, and if she ties it, it's thin. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But let's look at the comparison.
I want you to go to the comparisons on this.
Oh, okay. So I see what you mean. Well, they're all almost the same. Hey, I sent you that message. So did you know Kai is 5'7"? Because I met Phil. Phil is literally 5'7".
Short. I didn't know he was that short.
Phil is really short. I saw Phil before, but I didn't realize that Kai was also. Yeah, he really. But who is this guy?
I don't know, but he looks good, huh?
Yeah. He does.
Oh, you know what? Hey, Leo, that was the favorite to win the show. Ryan Foster. He was the favorite to win the show, and he's a little bit boxy in the front. Look at his waist.
Yeah, when he lifts his arms up, but that's a great pose for him, right? And so is the side.
Yeah, he wins that side shot. But you see that Eric Wood guy, he should be around fourth. These pictures aren't the best quality.
No.
But see, I mean, I don't know. I just the guy on the right over here in the black trunks is the guy who won the whole show, which to me is crazy, man. It's crazy.
He's similarly conditioned as him.
He has no arms.
Yeah, this guy, look at those pecs, huh?
Yeah, that's the guy that I told you was big. He really stood out.
He did, yeah. Okay, so that's the heavyweights. Then let's check out the light heavyweights. So this is the winner, Andre.
This guy should have won the overall.
Wow, amazing.
This guy was sick.
Incredible proportion. Huh?
You know what's crazy, man, is like actually I could see why he didn't win the overall seeing this shot now.
Because he's lightly muscled. Why they gave it to the other guy lower body?
Conditioning wise. If this guy was a little bit tighter, a little bit actually he's pretty lean. If he was a little bit drier, I want to say if he was a little bit drier, he would have won the overall, Leo. I mean, look at his proportions from the front.
Yeah, but his legs from the back look like narrow a bit, right?
That lost him the show right there. That shot lost him the show.
Interesting. He's very impressive. Steven Glockner.
This guy was shredded.
Oh, wow. You know what he looks like here? He looks like that YouTuber. I forgot his name. This nutrition guy. His name is Lane Norton.
Oh, Lane Norton.
By the way, I was watching a video. You know that guy claims he's natural. I was watching a video of him recently. I'm like, what the hell?
He trains at one of the gyms over here in Tampa. And years ago, I talked to him. A couple of years ago, I talked to him in the gym.
Oh, what does he look like in person? Does he look like he uses steroids?
Yeah, he looks terrible. He's definitely natural, but
oh, really?
He has a huge ego. The guy's ego is massive, Leo.
I know. I've heard legends about the ego. Oh, see, the thing is, if you get a whole back tattoo, you can't even. There's no way.
Yeah, but look at him. His lower body is trash, huh?
Yeah, it's like it looks like it doesn't work. I mean, he's shredded.
He's shredded, but the lower body doesn't match his upper body.
Do you think this guy maybe started working out later or something? Because his legs, like, they have that old man kind of look, where they don't pop out as much.
Yeah, I know he's where he works with AJ Sims, I guess.
Where's AJ Sims based out of, and where's Vu based out of?
AJ Sims is in Florida.
Okay, and is Vu in Vegas?
Andrew Vu. Oh. Actually, Vu is in Texas.
Oh, interesting.
So guess who this is?
Who?
This is Ariela's ex-boyfriend.
No way.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with him. He's a nice guy. I mean, we've had our issues before because he wasn't obviously.
He looks like you've been helping him with his arms a little bit.
No, he needs help though. I mean, he definitely needs help on his arms. But so great condition. He brings great condition every show. He's shredded. You could argue he's probably the best condition in his class, to be honest with you. But for Nick, will always probably place around third to fifth. He just needs more upper body thickness. I'm not sure. So if he weighed in at like 198, I would recommend him to go into the heavyweight class and grow into it because he needs to be he's at like 5'8". These guys that are beating him are probably like 5'6", 5'7", and more muscle. So if he's like maxed out at the class, I would recommend him to grow into the heavyweight class because it's going to be hard for him to win with these guys that are shorter. Now, if he's like 192, 193, and he could add another 7 pounds, he'll definitely go pro in this class. Conditioning, best in the class. He just needs more size. You know what I mean? He just needs more size.
Boston, how many of these guys that we looked at so far have been going there for multiple years in a row? Is it most of them or are a lot of them new?
He's been competing at the nationals or USAs for like probably 4 years now, I think, Nick. He started as a middleweight. So a lot of these guys have been doing this for years, yeah.
Oh, so he didn't win the class?
No, the black guy did.
Oh, the black guy did. Okay, good. Okay. I was just looking and it looked like but he could be. Did he get second? I can't remember.
That guy got second, and then so it's right there, Leo. Purple first, black second, light blue third.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, it was judged correctly.
That looks good. Okay, so let me go.
And if Nick had more upper body, he would have beat the second place guy.
Ryan Ibrahim. That's an interesting name. Ryan is a very what an interesting name. Ibrahim. Ibrahim is an Arabic name, by the way. Wow, this guy has incredible proportion, huh?
Put together well, huh?
Yeah. Very well.
Well,
this guy has a lot of potential, huh?
Yeah, he needs to come in a little bit better condition, but he's put together well.
Wow. Okay, that's quite impressive. Now, middleweight. How heavy is a middleweight?
Up to 176.
Oh, so these guys must be short, I guess, right?
Very short.
Well, this is an interesting body.
His legs are weird, huh?
Very, very interesting. Very unusual. His upper body is very conditioned. Lower body's.
I see some glute lumps from injections.
Yeah, that looks a little. He should have.
He's shooting way too low, Leo.
Bro, he shouldn't have pulled in the bikini thing like that because he does not. It's not shredded, so it looks.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't know what's going on there. That's interesting, but he has a. All right, so William Cottrell got third, and then we'll look at the comparisons. Let's see him. Oh wow, tiny waist, but the arms are not
small, but conditioned and put together well.
Oh yeah, you're right. I see that. Condition.
Oh, his glutes they're not even in.
Yeah, the glutes weren't in. He wasn't as conditioned as we thought. Let's see the comparison here. Oh wow, this guy doesn't look like he should be here.
His tan is terrible, huh?
Is it the tan or is it? Yeah, maybe it's the tan. That's why I can't see the separation of the legs and stuff. Well, this guy has some good legs, huh?
Yeah, very good legs.
Impressive.
He probably just wasn't peeled.
These, unfortunately, I'm sorry, guys. The NPC didn't put like clear pictures for the comparisons, but I wanted to see them. Oh, okay, I see. No, he looks good. It's just the tan, right?
Yeah, the tan. Yeah. Yep.
Wow, this guy's chest. Ibrahim has a crazy chest. He's very, very interesting.
Did you get any of the overall comparisons or no?
I think I may have. Wait 1 second. Let me see. Oh yeah, overall here. Okay, so the winner is Jordan. Let's look at the comparisons. So what happens? They have each class on independently, then they bring out the best guys in each class?
Correct, and then whoever is the best there gets the overall.
Okay.
So from the front, I have the black guy, the black light heavyweight winning.
Yeah, I can see that. This guy does not look like he should be with these guys. It's a little off.
Oh, there was only Leo. Check this out. There's only 2 lightweights, so that means the winner of those 2 goes pro. Isn't that nuts? Only 2 lightweights. Usually there's like 8 to 10.
That's crazy. So it was really lucky. If wow, incredible. Yeah. So this guy looks quite imposing here, actually.
That's the guy that won.
But I would. Yeah, I see what you mean.
You see how that black guy's put together well if he was a little drier?
Really well. Especially the front shots. I would assume he wins over him, right?
Oh, he wins. He kills him in the front shots.
Let's see the back again. And the back, I don't really understand. I mean, I guess maybe just this guy's legs, right? The lower part. He's shredded and he has that thickness. Interesting.
Man, Leo, seeing these photos sometimes, I wish I was healthy, man.
I know. I was just thinking you must.
I can compete against these guys at my best. I know I can. It's kind of disheartening a little bit.
I know. I was thinking. So wait. Let's before we close the picture. So the guy who actually won is him, right?
Yeah.
And we can clearly see this guy has the best proportions.
Yes, for sure.
And this guy's the powerlifter guy who has a bit of a thicker waist.
Heavy muscle, but bad structure.
Very interesting. So I see you got a Phil Viz thread on there. Oh yeah. Oh wait. Before we talk about that, okay. So good point. So I want to update the audience about something. I haven't talked about something about this, but listen. So for the audience to know, when we get Blue on, we get these coaching calls, and Blue organizes them and doesn't tell us which coach is about which until we get to the actual call. So I didn't know Phil Viz was going to be on the call. Then when we recorded it after, the day before I clipped the Phil Viz part. I wanted to make it a clip. The day when I was about to post it, Bostin told me, Leo, don't post it. I don't want it to affect Phil in his competition. I was like, oh crap, okay. So I removed it. I decided not to post it. Then when obviously Bostin loves to tease people, he's been doing it for years when he bodybuilds, and people tease him and he's okay with it. So when Phil went on stage, Bostin posted this really funny story with the dummy book and that thing. So Phil saw this thing and reposted as a response about the spill thing. He reposted the dummy thing, but about your kidney. So I thought I was the only one angry, but Blue also got really angry. He called me later. So both of us were pissed off because we're like, this is a low blow. But Phil doesn't realize you were actually protecting him, trying to make us not post the clip. You just mean well. You're just making fun of him.
Yeah, and he knows that. He doesn't take it hard. And honestly, man, the kidney stuff, whatever. Like, it's hard for me to wrap around my health issues because I feel so fine. So it's not like I'm sitting here dying. So like I'm not really. It doesn't like piss me off. I could see why it rubbed like Blue the wrong way or you. But me, that's like the internet. I don't really take serious, so like I laughed it off. Obviously, you know what I mean. And that's fine. But yeah, that's funny because I didn't want two things. I didn't want him. I didn't want you guys to post the clip before because I didn't want him to use that as an excuse on why he looked bad again. So because he would have been like, oh, the video stressed me out. I hold water. But now his excuse now is that he shot 18 IUs of growth hormone before.
Oh, he has an excuse.
That was his excuse, is he shot 18 IUs of growth hormone before.
Well, I wouldn't see it because he blocked me. So remember, so what happened, just for people to know, I didn't invite Phil on the show. Bostin did. He agreed to come on the day before the show. He doesn't apologize to me. He says, I'm not coming on the show. I'm busy. And he was very rude about it. So I responded back calling, unfortunately, I used the B word when I talked to him. He's a bitch because a man stands up to his word. When a man does something, so for me, that's it. Anyway, I said that. He blocked me. The thing is, I never text this guy. He's always texting me, then he blocks me. I'm like, weird. Then, yesterday, the clip comes out. I get a message from Phil Viz. He's unblocked me. Woo! So I check the message. I'm like, God damn, he's typing nonstop. He
blew my phone up too. He sent me like 15 unread texts.
Bro, so much text. I'm like, oh, this is a lot. So I open it and I don't want to read it. I was so angry about the kidney thing. So before reading it, I sent him a voice note that was very like aggressive. But I sent this voice note. Then I read the text and I'm like, I didn't read the text yet, actually. I talked to Blue. Blue is like, Phil's a rat? I'm like, wait a minute. I look at the text. Phil is on the text. Do you know what he's telling us? The client, apparently his client came on the show and Phil knows who he is. So Phil sends me a message. I know everything about this guy. I know his personal problems, his mental difficulties. I'm going to embarrass the hell out of him because of you. And not only that, he says, also, I know some things about him and the cops are going to enjoy finding out about it. I'm like, what the? Blue pointed out to me. I didn't read it. I was like, wait a minute. He's a snitch? He's on top of everything else. This guy's a snitch. Like, you are the trash of the scum of the world, man. You're disgusting. I don't know what to say about him. So anyway, so I put some piss. Let's check out.
Phil does that every time he overreacts. So what happened with me is he started out aggressive with the text, like that kid's an idiot, or was it? And then I didn't respond, and then he starts getting like, oh, I feel bad for him now. Did he do that with you too?
No, because I blocked him.
Okay, he starts out crazy, and then he's like, oh, well, I feel bad for him. I'm not going to. He would never have obviously called the cops, but he just gets so crazy that he doesn't think.
I'm from a world where there's no joking about calling.
Leo, he's blown my phone up at least 10 times. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's pretty. So let's look at Phil Viz. So his name, we call him Spillviz, and we'll show you why. So, by the way, my wife saw these pictures. She was like, is this guy in his 50s? I was like, no, I think he's in his late 30s. She's like, holy crap, but look at his skin. It's so loose. My wife doesn't know anything about bodybuilding. She just said that randomly.
I think Phil is 38, he said.
Yeah, so my wife is like, but his skin. And then I was like, Lucie, were my arms smaller or bigger than his? She said the same size. I said, what the hell? I was an arm wrestler. I never bodybuilded in my life.
How bad are his legs, man? He's shaped like a pear.
Wait, why I'm saying that is when you posted that dummy picture, someone commented on it saying, Leo's laughing as if he ever had muscle in his life. Let me point out something to you guys. I lifted for a hobby. This is not my job. And I was way stronger than Phil in anything he does. And the funny thing is my arms were the same size as his, which is ridiculous. You're a bodybuilder. I don't never train for hypertrophy in my life. Anyway,
yeah,
so
his arms are trash.
I mean, he really needs to work on the arms.
His legs, though, Leo. Look how spilled in water they. And like he'll claim, like when people say, like, dude, your legs are flat, are like gone. He'll be like, no, I didn't spill. He'd be like, I'm just flat. I just need carbs.
Bro, why is his bikini falling off? What is that? And do you see that? They actually blurred that out. There's something there. There's something showing this guy. They had to blur it. Wow. Well, I feel bad for him when I look at this, but you don't understand, guys, the text he sends. He wants to call the cops. He insults Bostin.
Look at all those ass wrinkles.
Yeah, so this is crazy. So,
man, that's a terrible shot for him. Holy shit.
Yeah, the worst one is from the back.
Oh, terrible.
So what did he didn't wow, there's like no line.
He claims that he took 18 IUs of growth hormone before prejudge, and that fucked him up, which obviously he was never in shape to begin with. It's that taking that much GH.
Why would you take 18 IUs right before
prejudge? Dumbest shit ever. I'm like, dude, that's a waste of growth hormone.
Because he must have been flat, and he thought that if he took it, he would fill out.
Exactly, but it's literally not going to do anything if you shoot that shit an hour before, you know?
That's funny. So now he's nice to you? He's okay? He calmed down?
No, like I literally, he's always nice to me. Like, he knows that I would just continue to troll him. Dude, like, he's went off on me so many times and he knows that I just don't give a fuck. Like, I just don't care.
Bro, he actually is, remember before when he used to message me about you, he's like, Boston's not a good guy. You don't know him. He's going to turn against you one day. Remember that stuff?
Yeah.
So no, he's not.
He tells me the same thing about you, by the way.
No way. Listen,
I have the text. He's like, Leo's not a good person. He's gonna fuck you over.
Blue sent me a screenshot. He's telling Blue that Leo's an addict. He forgets that he admitted this. Yeah, guys, I don't forget. I make videos about addiction.
He said you're a controlled drug addict.
So, just for everyone to know, I am an ex-addict who makes videos to help people get around addiction. I'm not hiding it. So it's not like he wrote he forgets that he already admitted he's an addict. What do you mean forget? Forget it? Ridiculous guy.
Yeah, anyway. He blew my phone up. But dude, like I said, I've known Phil since fucking. We've been going back and forth since 2014. I just know that he's not all there. And
yeah, that's what I realized.
Mine. So like, I can't take that shit serious. You know what I mean? Like maybe if I didn't know who he was, I could be like, what the fuck? But no, I know.
I realized he was a little bit crazy, honestly, when he was texting me yesterday and I sent him that rough message and he responded back saying, you want to meet me in Tampa? I was like, are you like, what kind of dumb fuck would want to meet me when I'm that mad anyway? And second of all, didn't he just get beat up by somebody else? I want to get that guy on the show, the guy that beat him up.
Oh, the Frank Manarino beat him up.
Yeah, we should get him on this.
This is the story between that. This is funny because Phil likes to downplay it, but this has happened because people will actually confirm this. So Phil Viz used to go off on everyone online. He used to threaten people, including myself. He threatened me one time saying he's going to show up at my show and beat my ass. He never showed up. And this was in my show in Connecticut. He lives in New York. He said it's like literally like an hour or 2 hour drive max. He was like, somebody bet me $2,000 to go to your show and beat your ass, obviously. And he was threatening me a couple days prior, so he said he's going to show up. He never showed up. So anyways, he was known for threatening people online, not just me, but many people. So there's this bodybuilder named Frank Manarino. He's about 5'4", very short, big, very muscular, big bodybuilder, but short. Like, he's literally 5'4", Leo. And I guess he knows martial arts, and I guess Phil didn't know this. So him and Phil had an online battle. And Phil's like, meet me at fucking Powerhouse or whatever, this and that. And Frank Manarino showed up to Powerhouse and they fought in the back of the gym. I heard they ended up both getting kicked out of the gym. But Frank Manarino met him, and I guess Phil didn't know that he knew like Taekwondo or some shit. And dude, this is the story. The story is they started fighting and Phil gassed out completely. And Frank Manarino was just beating his ass.
That's hilarious.
And then finally, like, Phil gave up and called it. Phil called it. He's like, I'm done. I guess Phil was on the floor. According to Frank, he was on the floor just huffing and puffing. He couldn't even breathe. And then according to Phil, he's like, it wasn't even a fight. He poked me in my eyes. So, yeah. So that happened in, I want to say, 2016. And ever since Frank did that to him, he stopped threatening people online. I noticed like he went from like going crazy on people to not, because he called out Frank. Frank showed up. Oh no, they might have I don't know if they like showed up and met, or it might have been that they were both at the gym and Frank says, let's go outside, and Phil went outside. But it was confirmed by multiple people that Phil was fucked up.
No, I mean, that's what I sense when I talk to him. I smell pussy. I really sense it very clearly. But that's ridiculous. The funny thing is I did Taekwondo my whole childhood too. He was about to do the same thing to himself, but I'm not violent anymore. I would never fight with him. But he's so stupid. He's like, you want to meet me? Like, if I was violent, why would you want to meet me, you dumb shit? It's not a good idea. Anyway, I'll post this up.
That's his shit, man. Like he when he gets angry, he likes to use the scare tactic. But like with me, I laugh at that shit. You know,
he's hilarious. How tall is he, by the way?
Oh, he's short. Did I show you the photo of me and him?
No.
Oh my god, dude!
Oh, he's short. I thought he was. I thought he was like 5'10".
Yeah, I make him look like a miniature guy. Yeah.
Send me a picture after.